had Giselle on. She's been reading, pretty busy, among other things, as you guys heard in the last interview over there in Dollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I saw some of your posts on Instagram.
Did you really?
Because I know you were in the mountains. I just saw the pictures and I was like, I know exactly where you were. It looked so gorgeous, serene as well.
It was amazing. It was my first trip. Let me tell you, I almost didn't make it in the frame because I was so busy talking to Miss Ellen over there about all the different things that I ate and tried out. I cannot recommend it more.
Yeah.
Girl, I was full too. I had the cinnamon bread, and then that's when I saw that red velvet funnel cake she was talking about. I didn't have any room. I couldn't eat it.
cheated myself the very first time I ever went to Dollywood because I didn't try it. So like now I just want to go back now, like just to get the bread because I've heard it's just amazing.
That's a staple. It was fun. It wasn't so fun when I was going on a roller coaster later in the night, but I'll digress. So be careful with the cinnamon bread.
Well, other than Dollywood and just having a good vacation, you were reading. Hopefully you got some chance, some time to read. So what do you have today?
So I was cooped up in the mountains, right? It was snowing up in Gatlinburg, which to me is the perfect time to get a little bit of reading done. You know, I'm a fiction gal. I love my fiction books. That's what I have for you today, Mariah. This is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. So it's a little bit of an oldie. It was released in '92, I want to say.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's been around a while. Donna Tartt is a celebrated author. I'm not sure if you're familiar with The Goldfinch. I think that was made into a movie too. Okay, people love this book. I was no different. This is kind of dark academia when you think of those kind of Oxford cathedrals, Gothic, that type of darker vibe. That's exactly what this is. It follows this kid named Richard. He's from California, not from a very glamorous background, but he moves to a liberal arts college in Vermont, very deserted, kind of away from the rest of the world. And he creates a new persona for himself, and he gets obsessed with this group of kids studying the classics, so like Greek. Very pretentious group, and their very pretentious professor, There's a murder that's committed.
Oh my God, in the school?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Amongst those students in his classics class. I don't want to give away too much further on that side of the plot.
Does he go like whole detective mode, investigator?
Well, here's the deal. He might be involved in it.
Oh.
And we learn in the very first sentence of this book that this kid has died. His name's Bunny, one of the other students. Okay, so Bunny has died, and the students and his peers have something to do with it. So the rest of the book is us learning how he got to that point, how he gets kind of to be part of this group of kids that are very pretentious and think they're very smart, but are they really as smart as they might think they are?
Look, I don't know. I mean, for you guys to be doing something like that, you know, just hearing that, what it immediately takes me to, How to Get Away with Murder.
Yes.
It just
that kind of energy.
Yes, because I just remember those couple of episodes where they were like, they had, you know, somebody died and so they were trying to hide the evidence. Like, that's just what it's giving me right now. But I know, like you said, he was trying to change his whole persona coming from California to Vermont, making that adjustment alone. Does he talk about any challenges that took, or is he just like full on, I'm embracing this new atmosphere that I'm in?
Well, I think what he's really embracing is his relationship with these other kids. You have to think about it. He's completely isolated, really, from the rest of the world once he gets to the college. And then once he gets accepted into this very specific group, he's isolated from them even more so. So he becomes a lot like them, and we watch his transition from kind of being a boy who doesn't really know a lot about the world to being someone who maybe has a darker side to him than we initially thought.
Oh my goodness.
It's so good,
That sounds so intense. That is definitely a great story. And I mean, I have to say, like, I don't ever want you to give away too many spoilers, but like you said, he's realizing that he has a darker side. Does he feel any remorse about what's happened, or, you know, guilty, just like, I don't know if I can go through with this or cover this up, whatever the case may be?
Well, to me, the really interesting side of this novel is the psychological aspect of it, because we're hearing whether him or any of his, I want to say 5 different classmates, feel remorse for what they've done. And there is more than one murder in this book, okay? There is more than one murder. And if you're interested in things like Dionysus, like Greek gods and stuff like that, kind of classical history, you'll see a lot of parallels to this with like Greek tragedies and things like that. So whether they feel remorse or not, that's something each of the characters kind of grapple with, and I think it's something that you'll evolve into along the way with them.
Oh my gosh. Now, I know you said the author of this book has had some previous books turn into movies, do you think that this would make a great movie?
People have been waiting for this book to become a movie since it was released in '92. So I'm hoping so, but I do want them to wait until they get the perfect cast. There have been a lot of fan casts for this, and it needs to be the right people to make this story really come alive.
A lot of fan casts. Who was at the top for the main character here?
I don't know. It's more so like aesthetic pictures from Pinterest, I would say, this is who I think this person looks like, you know? So they have to wait till they find the right actor to me. But I will say, Mariah, this is perfect fall winter reading.
Okay.
So for the cooler months, there is a scene in it, or multiple scenes, I should say, where Richard, again, our narrator, he is like in this brutally cold house. And you feel like when you're reading it in the cold that you're shivering with him and you're kind of going through the story with him. So I think if you're looking for a very moody, dark, but also very humorous read, this would be really good.
Okay.
It's very funny.
Look, I can imagine, you know, either you're in your library, set the fireplace, you know, cuddle up kind of next to the fireplace, a nice blanket, and just take some time and read the book. I'm sure you'll get lost in it. I mean, just really struggling to put it down.
It's a good 550 pages. So,
you know,
you got a ways to go, guys. If you're hibernating this month,
it's like start now. Just start it now. Start now. Hopefully you can get through it by the end of the year.
Maybe you'll be done by February.
Yeah.
Who
knows?
knows?
My goodness. Look, I'm trying to tap into my reading a little bit more. You're the bookworm. I'm not. So, but you bring some amazing novels to us. So it's always a pleasure to have you. Adding to our lovely bookshelf. Of course, you're going to have this a great edition on our As Seen on Day to Day page, right?
Yes,
so if you need a little bit more details on where to find it, good things about the book, Giselle's got you covered.